they must have. I'm sure you've got to have a vet on board, but that can be supplied by the end game people where the sheep go, where the mutton goes.
Right.
And you can packing space, right? Cryovac has got to be the way to go,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
Because you can pack it with fucking cryovac, whereas you've only got one sheep here, one sheep there, another one there. And you don't have to feed fucking cryovac. It's bloody the food. It's already there. It's done. It's ready to go. How long does a cryovac pack of meat last?
Oh, several weeks.
Several weeks. 6 weeks?
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. How long does it take to get from here to Singapore?
Well, it depends on the speed of the ship, of course. That's why I want to have aluminium ships.
Yes, but how long?
2
Come on,
weeks.
throw me a figure.
2 weeks.
Probably 48 hours.
No.
48 hours with loading. Boom, boom, boom. Double that.
All depends on the speed of the ship.
Double that, and then we get out, right? And then we get it there in plenty of time. So that if there's no, and we've got to work on the fact that there will be obstruction, willful obstruction by governments, by fucking shipping unions, right? By all the arseholes who want a piece of the pie, but they want it for nothing.
Sure.
Right? So that 6 weeks, right? The minute that's fucking past its use by date, it's only good for dog food,
Correct.
right? And they've only got to do that once or twice and they'll cripple us. Now you're already aware of this because of your past experiences.
Sure.
You know, I can remember seeing fucking glorious black and white TV of farmers throwing fucking union workers over the gangway and into the fucking water in Queensland and loading the fucking docks at Townsville.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Old Jokey had fucking said, we'll send the army in, but the farmers got in first. They couldn't wait for the fucking army to get there. You know. It was human fucking action when it was needed.
Sure.
And not being held to ransom by these arseholes who in reality want everything for nothing.
Exactly.
But like I say, Chris, how am I going to proceed with this? You've already got all the fucking figures in your head. You know the price of fuel. You know whether oil's up or down, right? We all do. But when you're interested in that sole area, that is your expertise. You've been there before. And the only variable is the weight of the ship. For Christ's sake. And with add-ons like cryovac, right?
Yeah.
But while we're getting, like if you build a ship that'll only pack cryovac in, bang, 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 it'll have to be in cartons, it'll have to be brought to a certain temperature and held there regardless, right?
Sure.
Got to do it, right? Now you know the temperature that you got to keep cryovac meat at. You must have that in your brain already.
I don't actually.
You don't actually. It's above freezing.
Sure.
That's it. It's simple. You don't have to think of a number. You already know it. And what's the freezing point of water?
32 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's what you got to keep the cryovac below.
Sure.
Okay, well, just before it freezes, you can freeze cryovac, but afterwards you've got to sort of use it within a couple of days. But if you keep cryovac at the right temperature, it will keep for 6 weeks.
Yeah. That's right.
you've got all this knowledge in your head. I haven't got more knowledge than you, but you develop it yourself as you go along in
Sure
the
we do.
years.
Yeah.
Because it's an accumulation of knowledge. Paul's got an accumulation of knowledge that he doesn't use because he doesn't know how to apply it. In other things, he does. Put him in front of a computer, he can run rings around us, probably pinch all our money and we wouldn't even know. You see?
I would do that, yeah. Especially Commonwealth Bank of Australia and all the rich guys, you know.
All the rich guys.
Not the poor ones. Actually, I'll be like a Robin Hood.
No, you'll be dead. They'll send somebody to visit you.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Of warning. That's a really good point.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, have a look at this. Like how many people? Let's start from the base down here. Cop killers,
Right.
pedophiles,
Right.
murderers. How long do they last in jail? Now they get the proper medical attention. They get this secure. They're in a lockup. They're locked up every night. How come they wind up dead after a few weeks?
Exactly.
We're no different to fucking totalitarian regimes.
Yeah.
We're on the side of right and might, mate.
William, you have to understand a little bit about me. I am not greedy person. I am not.
Yeah.
So I'm only thinking when I am prospering, all people who are with me will prosper with me. Honestly, paying taxes, do my dues, do our dues, and not going funny or, just trying to hook to the China bank and then all the kung fu monkeys,
Yep.
after me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
One little push in front of a train, under a bus, and if you ride a bike, you're setting yourself up as a moving target.
and my 64th birthday will be on a lovely Blackstone in Karakata. I'm not saying...
You do not put yourself in harm's way.
That's what I said.
Now, what are you doing?
That's what I said. Okay? Greed, stupidity, arrogance, which is pride, okay? That's what drives
We all
today's
suffer from
today's business world, which is going down. They are
that.
going
Yes,
down,
yes.
okay? In the long run. But when you start honestly and you keep honest, doesn't matter how hard it is.
Why do you think organisations like Ethical Investment
Right.
come along and flourish quietly?
That's
quietly?
right. That's right. That's what I was telling Chris.
Because
Exactly.
they won't deal with shonky bastards like Alan Bond and co. Right?
Right.
Or Laurie Connell. Right? They stick with what they perceive to be people who do the right thing.
All the time.
Or have done it all the time through their life.
That's right.
Sure.
As well as they can.
Yeah.
And it's just a little mental check in your brain. You don't cause harm to anybody, you don't hurt anybody, you give them a little hand if you can,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah.
And the old saying is, more honey
For the bees.
for the bees, right?
That's right.
You get me?
Yep, sure.
A little bit of honey,
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah.
It's better than vinegar every
For
time.
sure. For sure.
Just think in your mind,
Yeah.
like how come these top end companies are all failing in a certain degree? Different divisions of their business are going under. Conzinc, Rio Tinto, the bastards, I swear at them every day if I think of it.
Because there is corruption within.
Yes, and have a look at the alluvial gold on Bougainville.
Right.
They fucked that up by mistreating the natives. Nothing's changed in 400 years.
That's right.
And mind you, the education decision situation is the worst, because the do-gooders have promised the Indigenous people a free ride.
Right.
They feel entitled. Yep.
Hello, I'm just coming in to say hi. Oh, you've got 2 visitors tonight.
Yep.
Sure.
How are you? Are you alright?
Yep.
Oh, very good. Alright, I won't disturb.
Everything's okay.
He's had a nana nap this afternoon.
Oh, lovely. That's what we all need occasionally.
Okay then.
Good night, Ev. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be worried about getting home, I suppose.
I'll get home, mate. I'm fired up. I get to.
We've
We
got
all
to
get. We all get to ride our hobby horses.
That's
Sure.
right.
If you put them in the same bloody yard, we're all agree about the basic things in life.
Right.
We do.
I can take William home.
No.
No?
Sure his own car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Because I thought we have a lovely seafood
No, mate. No. Look, please.
dinner.
Listen.
Right.
For a start, I'm
Sure.
going to start at the start. I've got 120 centimetres of my bowel missing.
Right.
Right, let's start with that. That means that I've got to eat a little bit now, a little bit a couple of hours later on, and a little bit after that, and then I need to shit. Right? So that means I can't be any more than 20 minutes away from the toilet, because I also need to piss, because my
Of
body's
course.
on the internal clock has changed.
Nobody's going to your medical chart, William. I
No.
understand perfectly. You know.
Yeah, but this
yeah,
is
yeah.
why I work like I do now, because
Yeah,
I can't
sure.
do what I used to do.
Right.
Right? I used to hold down 3 jobs when I was young, and run in between the fucking.
And you
jobs.
loved it.
And I loved it because
That's
I could
it.
see I was getting ahead.
That's right.
You know,
Yes.
fucking Eric Ranger and his wife Joan. They were almost as old as my parents. They were the generation after me.
Right.
And they had 2 beautiful sons, right?
Right.
But after they got married, they never had a honeymoon. They'd worked on their bloody farm all their life.
50 years.
No. 23 years or so they worked on the farm. I came along to work for them, right? After 3 weeks, Eric Ranger came to me and Joan, right, after we had the meal, I want to talk to you, Bill. They said, look, everything's going smoothly on the farm, right? Here's a list of telephone numbers, windmill experts, blah, 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 blah.
How old you were then? How old you were?
18.
Young boy.
I don't think I was 18.
Right.
And bloody, they said, you know what to do. Bang. And they
Do
pissed
it.
off on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
6 weeks later, they came back. And Eric got in at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
quietly, very quietly, snuck in, only to find double barrels of a shotgun.
Why was
Sorry,
that?
Bill, don't tell me, don't tell me.
Why was that?
He was sneaking in to see that the dogs and the
Right.
cats were all right, and the chooks were all right, and the pigs were all right,
Mm.
the horses were all right, and yes, they were.
And everybody's happy.
But I had
Yeah.
to run virtually 24 hours a day
Right.
to keep it like that. And you don't just...
So you were only by yourself? By yourself?
Yes.
Right.
Dog, cats, one good working dog.
That's a good help.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
And cats to keep the mice down.
Sure.